Welcome back everyone to the channel, and today I decided to show you some of my Spider-Man minifigures. Let's go. Starting off, we do have the normal Spider-Man outfit. There's nothing to it, but I thought it needed some battle damage. There's not much to this figure other than just adding some simple battle damage. I know some of you would want the eye lens knocked out or smashed, but to me that just sort of ruins the illusion if a minifigure eye is there along with the mask. But that is personal preference, that's what I prefer, but oh well. Moving on to Spider-Man's love interest, it is Mary Jane Watson. Now, her design is based off the Marvel Spider-Man 2 game, well, the games in general, but also a little bit from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 that we never got to see. With the leather jacket, jeans, cowboy boots, it just fits the character in my eyes. I didn't paint the sides though because I didn't want it to rub off, but this character fits the design perfectly. Moving on to the other love interest of Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy. This is a different design. I didn't want to go with the look she had, you know, when she died. So this one is more of a laid-back, just sweater, jeans, normal outfit. I know the face doesn't match, but it is just a civilian fig. And I should mention the civilian clothes for Peter Parker, based off the Far From Home outfit that Tom Holland wore, and a little bit of the PS4 outfit. I tried to get the lining just right, but this is an older figure. However, I am working on a new outfit for him, but it's just hard to get rid of this old figure. Just something about it, maybe it's just nostalgia. On to Spider-Girl, or Spider-Woman, Madam Web. It's Julia Carpenter, and this suit is based off the Madam Web movie, and let's face it, that movie was horrible. But the suit looked nice. There's nothing on the back though, but the suit looked okay, and I figured I might as well make it. The face is based off Sydney Sweeney's likeness. The hair kinda doesn't match, but it is more focused off the comic book than the movie. I just only like the suit. Now, on to Silver Sable. Now, this fig is based off the video game and a bit of the comic books. I didn't want to do the trench coat because, way I see it, she's more of an acrobatic hand-to-hand fighter. So I didn't see her in a trench coat, but I did my best to make it look like armor with all the straps, some pouches, but I think I did my best. Now for one of Peter Parker's many clones, this is Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider. I do fully admit this is a knockoff minifigure. I just added a few extra lines based off the extra suits that you get in the Marvel Spider-Man video game. I am going to reference that game a lot throughout this video, just a heads up. Now for the other Scarlet Spider, Kane. This fig is also based off the video game adaptation, but with a few tweaks here and there. I didn't go full spider emblem on the back just to make it a little bit different, but this is somewhat my own design, and I'm pretty proud of this thing. Flash Thompson. Now this figure, this character really, I love Flash Thompson, especially his redemption arc into another figure that we'll take a look at. Now I wanted to capture that football player quarterback feel with the Letterman jacket. Now the face could be switched out, but I'm pretty happy. Agent Venom. I told you we'd be taking a look at him. Now, Flash Thompson turning into Agent Venom is just the coolest idea to me, and I love his redemption arc. There's nothing on the back, but it's a work in progress. I just love this figure, and I wish we saw him more in media. Now, this is my take on Anti-Venom. To me, this is what Harry Osborn wears instead of becoming the new Goblin or a Green Goblin or Venom. But I was inspired by the Marvel Spider-Man 2 video game, and I thought, what if Harry got the Anti-Venom symbiote and became kind of what he became in the game, but stayed a good guy? Now, I admit the design is pretty based off the Agent Anti-Venom design that Flash Thompson wears, but with my own spin, and I'm pretty happy. Now, the Prowler. This is based off the Miles Morales video game, and something about that design just sticks with me. You really feel how armored and versatile he is when he's a thief and hand-to-hand fighter. The helmet is the Iron Man helmet we've been getting for years. However, I did make a special headpiece for Aaron Davis to put under the helmet. Just simple goatee over a normal minifigure head, but it works. Now, the Spider-Man villains don't have any shortage of minifigures except for the odd few, but most of them are official in my collection. But here's some of the ones I made custom. Starting off with Prisoner Norman Osborn. Now, originally, the head was being worked on for another figure, but it just looked more like Norman, and the rest of the figure just kind of followed suit. Herman Schultz, the Shocker. Now, this design is based off the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, which a lot of people don't like, but I kind of like the civilian clothes with the weapons. Sergei Kravenov, Kraven the Hunter. Now, this is based off Marvel's Spider-Man 2 video game, but let's face it, that version of Kraven honestly is probably perfect. You may have your issues with the story, gameplay, whichever, but to me, that Kraven was incredible. Now, I also did a separate facial expression, and here's a view underneath the fur. And I wanted to capture that anger, the fierce ferocity that Kraven had. I'm also pretty proud of Kraven's chest hair, if you can believe that. Overall, I'm just really happy with this figure. On to Electro. This is also based off the Marvel Spider-Man video game with a twist. I'm much more of a fan of the kind of X design of the lightning bolts across the chest, and I kind of wanted to make it look like it was almost a harness. However, I am still very proud of this, with each individual wire leading to the center lightning bolts, and that knockoff headpiece is perfect. Mac Gargan's Scorpion. Now, this is a pretty cut and dry figure. The only real thing it has going for it is the tail. Fully brick built with, I think it's a Ninjago blade piece at the end. I could be wrong, but it has the official head, well, a knockoff, and just a simple design for the figure. Just to kind of break up the greens between primary, dark, and I figure, why not go with a light green? Martin Lee, Mr. Negative. Now, this is a simple figure, I admit. It's just like Mr. Knight, painting a tuxedo white. But the only difference is the head. Now for a figure no one knows. This is Butane, based off that one shot from Marvel Spider-Man 2, where we all thought it was Butane, but turned out he was just a normal The Flame goon. However, at the time, I figured it was Butane, so I made him, and I'm pretty proud of this. Kind of based off a welder's uniform with the welder's mask, I'm pretty proud of this figure and the backpack overall. Charging his way through is the Rhino. This is fully brick built by me. The face is also painted, and this is the body shape I based Man-Thing off of, and I am super proud of this. I still use it as the basis for bigger figures to this day. Has full articulation in the shoulders, waist, knees, and the head. Gotta make sure it has mobility in the head, and the horn is a special piece. I kinda glued a sickle piece onto a regular motorcycle helmet. Now for Sandman. Now, I do have the minifigure versions of Sandman, but to me, this is just a huge monstrosity that he can turn into with full articulation. The arms, hands, wrists, whatever you want to call it, and the head are all on ball joints. To this day, I still have no idea how I built this thing. He's using the base from the Daily Bugle set, coming up out of the ground, so I tried to incorporate stone with the light gray, the dark gray, and different shades of brown within the figure, and giving him the hammer hand because that is his go-to weapon. Alright, that will do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed looking at my Spider-Man minifigures and his villains and some of his supporting characters. Now, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, no pressure, but do follow my Instagram where I post there a lot more than I do on YouTube. I'm trying to do at least once a week for videos. Now, if you want to see other figures in my collection, whether it's the Bat Family, the Avengers, or any Iron Man armors, just leave a comment and I'll do my best. But until then, I'll see you guys later.